I guess they said she was threatened, right? She was threatened. And she blamed me.
She's got a point.
Well, does she?
Let's talk about it, y'all. Middle America. Well, it's your boy Vin in the house.
D.L.Beluga.
And we are now catching up to the most recent developments in the psychotic plot to kidnap, execute, whatever you want to say, the governor of Michigan. And that was our president at a rally. He goes, she was threatened, she was threatened, they said.
Yeah.
Like, he makes it sound like it's even debatable that Shorty was threatened.
Shorty?
Here's the Guardian.
What was the timestamp on this rally? Like, what date was this?
This was which rally? The 17th. This was well after everything came out.
Yes.
This was this is the constant posture of Trump apologists. Oh God. Oh God.
I can't.
Here is the Guardian, ladies and gents, because for somebody who wouldn't know what is going on in our country, you might believe that like there's some rumor that Shorty was threatened. Here is actually what the Guardian reports. Snatch and grab, Adam Fox told an FBI informant in July. Snatch and grab is a military term. It's what happens when you send, special operators to go snatch up somebody. Snatch them, put a hood over their head, jump them in a car, and nobody ever sees them again. This guy's ex-military, probably. Grab the fucking governor, grab the bitch, because at that point, we do that, dude, it's over. Fox from Michigan is now facing a potential life sentence, along with 5 other men, for an elaborate plan to kidnap the state's Democratic governor, Gretchen Whitmer, and put her on trial for treason, according to the FBI. The chilling plot, revealed in an FBI affidavit released on Thursday, was a months-long effort that also some members of a right-wing militia consider foregoing the kidnapping and instead executing Whitmer on her doorstep. So, our president, she got threatened, she threatened, just a sort of lackadaisical, dismissive, she got threatened. No, she didn't get threatened. It was worse. Like, if I go up the street and I threaten you, bro, I go, yo, I'm gonna kill you. Or, yo, I'm gonna kidnap. That's me threatening you. Now, most of those, that happened to me all the time in the Bronx. People did it to me, I did it to people. 90% of the time, nothing was gonna happen. Okay? That is not what happened with this lady. She wasn't threatened by this militia. This militia was plotting between kidnapping this woman or shooting her right on her doorstep. They were plotting it. They weren't threatening. They did something much worse. They conspired, and then they debated the merits of murdering her or kidnapping her. But how does President Trump characterize this horrifically traumatic, terrible situation, which is actually a strike against our country because she was an elected official of our country? How does he characterize? She was threatened. She might have been threatened. There you go, DL. That's your guy. That's your guy. What are you trying to do now, D.L.Beluga?
I'm just trying to find the timestamp for that Guardian article.
I told you the timestamp for the Guardian there. It's right here.
Oh.
It's right here. 9 October.
Oh, gosh.
He had this rally on the 17th, the 18th of October. And by the time of this, that's when the FBI affidavit was released to the public. The president knows all that stuff long before it gets released to the public.
Gosh. Wow.
So this is your guy.
Well, I never said he was perfect.
You never...
I never...
This is all the time with you Trump apologists. It's always the same thing.
Well, we chose him for a reason, right? It's other things that he does that we like.
Uh-huh. Okay. So you're saying that Trump is not responsible for what happened to this woman?
Okay. I'm not going to say he's entirely responsible. Maybe a little bit because he is a public figure.
Give me the number.
He
1 to
is
10.
A person that people look up to. So 1 to 10?
Yeah. What is his scale of responsibility?
Oh.
0 being totally irresponsible, 10 being he was in the war room with those crazy people.
War room was crazy. What's a 7 like?
A 7?
Yeah.
So you would rate...
No. What's a 7 like? Just
A 7 is he's extremely responsible.
Okay, so like maybe like a 3.5.
A 3.5.
Maybe
This is a 9.
A 9?
This is almost all Trump.
Almost he was in the war with those people.
This is almost all his fault, this situation.
How can you put it at a 9?
How can I put it at a 9?
Yeah.
Okay, so dear listener, do you remember during the 2018 primaries? I'm sorry, the midterm elections, when the Republicans were being threatened with a blue wave, and then there was the migrant caravan. Don't you remember the migrant caravan?
The migrant invaders.
The migrant caravan, where he said not only the invaders, but they were populated with MS-13 and then Al Qaeda.
Yes.
Al Qaeda.
And then after the shooting happened.
Did you know, dear listener, Al Qaeda they're just hanging out there in South America? I bet you didn't know that. I bet you thought they were in the Levant somewhere or in the Middle East. No. They're out there in South America on a migrant caravan from Venezuela. That's your guy.
I always said that was a bad move.
He was calling them invaders. He was creating this mythology about MS-13 and Al Qaeda being part of the migrant caravan. And then one of his crazy disciples went and shot up that synagogue because the synagogue was doing what the Bible told them to do, which is love the sojourner, take care of the sojourner. Yeah. Correct. And he's not responsible for that at all.
I said he was on multiple occasions, not publicly, but during
not publicly.
No, there are little things
okay, so then if you hold him responsible for that, how could you not hold him responsible for this nonsense?
It's like a 3.5.
Okay, so he's at a 3.5 for the synagogue shooter too. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not really that responsible.
I mean, this guy was already crazy in the first place.
Here we go. All right, so he
did empower him. He did give him the idea, but at the end of the day, we gotta hold this guy accountable. I mean, he was a crazy guy with a weapon. You know what else I blame him for? Not putting weapons at people like that. He's been elected for 2 years now. That we should have had a comprehensive gun control law that made it so that people like him couldn't have weapons.
Okay,
so maybe it's like a 4 for that guy.
Trump's constituency is against all forms of gun control.
I know.
For obvious reasons.
For obvious reasons.
Wait till you read the comments section.
Listen,
all them right-wing crazy people who are nice to you, now they're gonna educate you. Now you're gonna see the real face of right-wingism in the comment section.
Listen. So maybe like for the whole caravan thing, that's like a 4. This is like a 3.5.
Okay. This right here, what you're about to hear and see is after this was October 17th. This was after the entire plot came out.
The Democrats would terminate our recovery with a draconian, unscientific lockdown like your governor is doing right now for everybody except for her husband. That's right. She's doing it for everybody is locked down except my husband. He can go sailing anytime he wants. A guy like Biden and the Democrats want to keep Michigan locked up, locked down, and closed for business. No, it's so badly hurting your state. And I guess they said she was threatened, right? She was threatened. And she blamed me. She blamed me. And our people were the ones that worked with her people. So let's see what happens.
Our people were the one, like he's acting like he's doing her a favor. Like, that's the government apparatus. When a public figure, an elected official is threatened, then yes, the FBI, CIA, NSA, all those groups are supposed to come together to make sure we figure out who the actual perpetrators were.
Yeah.
So this is this crazy, like megalomaniacal, narcissistic. Hey, I said something like there was an alternative, Mr. Trump. Like, are you saying that it's possible that the FBI and the rest of those organizations would not have investigated? I know for a fact, that is exactly what happens when situations, not even getting the situation. Listen, this right here is actually would be looked upon as a failure that this group was allowed to progress to the point it was by those alphabet companies in the first place. What the hell is your man talking about right here?
Listen, a lot of things that he said I agree with, and some things he said I don't agree with. This will be one of those things, but I still consider him a strong leader, so to speak.
Oh, I believe he's a strong leader too.
And he is going to push forth generally a pretty good American way of life in an American society.
I see. Well, you know what?
I mean, we're not gonna get like the perfect like president like who's not gonna mess up like or say crazy things or do crazy things. I mean, sure they can be politicians, but
have we ever seen? DL, have we ever seen something like this? This woman, the plot was already revealed. He's already been debriefed by the FBI.
This is his special type. This is his type of flaw. I mean, but we don't know what happened behind. I mean, Watergate. How do you know there was another Watergate? I mean, and yeah, he's a fellow Republican. Like, I mean, this guy was like tapping into like.
What the hell does? Okay. Watergate.
I'm saying, is this worse? Okay, are you saying him saying is this worse than Watergate? Him
saying what?
What you just said right there.
Him allowing these people to say lock her up using that that language after it came out clearly that people were trying to murder this woman. Let me show you something. This right here, because this story doesn't start with the kidnapping plot. Mm-hmm. This story started at the initial point in May when cities were getting shut down all across the state because these scientists, Democrat or Republican, were saying that we needed to have a shutdown to save lives. Mm-hmm. And this is how the good white folk of Michigan reacted to Ms. Whitmer closing down their city.
That's very dishonest of you.
You liar!
She had a very...
That's very dishonest of me.
You're acting like she just had this thing for everyone's safety and blah, 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 blah. This is a very... almost unconstitutional lockdown that she did, where people couldn't even buy vegetable seeds or paint.
Did she initiate the lockdown?
Yeah, she's a governor.
She initiated the lockdown.
She
woke up one day in May.
No.
She woke up one day in May and said, "You know what? I'm going to completely wreck my city. I'm just going to randomly lock it down." Where are you getting this seed thing? Where are you getting this?
The seed thing.
Where are you getting this from?
Where am I getting this from? From the New York Post and Forbes. I confirmed it with Forbes.
Okay.
Look.
So here's the New York, the Wall Street Journal. Go ahead.
Wall Street Journal is the first one. This is the New York Post. Okay. At various points, Whitmer has decreed that residents couldn't travel between their primary residences and their vacation homes in Michigan, that people could use rowboats but not motorboats, that lawn care companies couldn't operate even if they followed social distancing guidelines, and that big box retailers deemed essential couldn't sell non-essential products such as paint and vegetable seeds.
Okay, so where was I being dishonest?
You're acting like this is just some hoity-toity lockdown. This is very strict and stringent. I mean, we just went to Walmart to buy a Scentsy burner. I'm assuming, I don't really know the whole details, but I'm assuming that she probably wouldn't have let that happen in April.
We went to Walmart. Didn't we have masks on?
Yeah, but look right here. The lawn care companies couldn't operate even if they follow social distancing guidelines. Lawn care companies.
Okay.
People are outside mowing lawns.
So what should I have said so that I could have been honest?
You should have said she had a strict lockdown, and this is how the good white folk decided to protest.
Okay, so because the good white people of Michigan could not buy paint and vegetable seeds, the following ensued at the state capitol.
It's about our freedom.
The following, did I characterize it correctly now?
Yeah,
because the good white people of Michigan could not buy paint and couldn't have their lawns mowed and couldn't buy lettuce seeds. This then was the response.
Death to the New World Order and all who protect them.
Just so you can know, this brother said, "Death to the New World Order and all who protect them." We continue. Literally, the same chant. The guys that were saying, "Death to the New World Order and all who protect them," were also screaming, "Lock her up." Then, as you can see here, we hear the following.
after the Capitol building was overrun by protesters, some of whom were armed with semi-automatic weapons.
You're cowards. Do your job, cowards. That's them going after the police, by the way. I thought you Trump supporters, I thought you guys loved the police. I thought you guys were back in the blue. Don't you have the little blue flag?
Black and blue, yes.
Yeah, you black and blue. So these guys, they're yelling, they're screaming, they're showing up with weapons, they're unruly, they're attacking and disrespecting the police. I am certain that Trump is going to say these guys are thugs and we need to arrest them immediately and we need to bring in the National Guard because these dudes are rolling around with auto weapons. Let's see here. How did Trump characterize these thugs?
These are very good people, but they are angry, he tweeted. They want their lives back again. See them, talk to them, make a deal.
So the same rhetoric that was used by the insane, this is a globalist conspiracy, nonsense, crazy people in Michigan who were saying lock her up and were saying death to these people and tyranny and all the other nonsense that they were saying. Then a week after this plot gets revealed, and I'm sure he was debriefed, they're saying the exact same thing. Lock her up, and he does nothing to quell it. And you're saying he has no culpability whatsoever.
I said 3.5.
No, this is a 9.
It's not a 9. I mean, David Duke feels empowered by this guy. He's like, oh, I think I'm getting the father of getting our country back.
Correct!
What do you mean correct?
Correct! That should tell you everything you need to know.
No, David Duke is crazy and doesn't know what he's talking about, and he's just.
But these people are sane. Death to the New World Order. Death to the New World Order. That is a rational response to not being able to buy some lettuce seeds for a couple of weeks.
Not having our freedom for a long time. She prolonged the lockdown.
Okay, so black people are supposed to be completely fine with stop and frisk?
No.
They're supposed to be completely fine with Eric Gardner and Trayvon Martin. We're supposed to be completely fine and protest the way that white people want us to protest. But then when these guys can't buy seeds, they get to go and storm the Capitol, put their finger in the face of police officers without fear of reprisal, walk around with automatic weapons and yell and scream and scare the crap out of everybody in the vicinity. That's a commensurate response to a lockdown that was designed to save the lives of their fellow Michiganders. You really think so?
Wow, she overreacted. She freaked out, and this is a foot on our backs in freedom. I mean, I even live in Michigan. I feel for these people. And as far as BLM goes,
wait. This is a foot on the backs of freedom. Is that what you said?
Yes. This is like borderline unconstitutional.
You are insane.
You can't.
DL, they're talking about saving lives in Michigan. That was tell me, what was the motivation of the governor for the state shutdown? You have no idea. Now you are being completely dishonest.
Okay, well, I mean, it appears as if she wanted to keep her numbers low.
Dorian, did this help or hurt the economy of Michigan?
This hurt the economy badly.
Okay.
Couldn't go to work.
So when the economy is screwed up, are you more or less likely to get reelected if you are perceived as the reason that the economy was destroyed?
Well, I mean, do Democrats really care about the economy? Because
Do you know what Bill Clinton, the
economy is stupid. Yes,
correct. So they do care about money. So that's a dumb argument. Please answer my question.
You think the voters
answer my question, and I'll answer yours.
I don't think the voters in Michigan
answer my question, then I'll answer yours. I'm gonna ask the question again.
Okay.
As a politician, if you are perceived as the reason that the economy is destroyed, is that good or bad for your chances of reelection?
Bad.
Okay. So then, what could have been her motivation for shutting down her state?
I mean, maybe she was trying to help out the Michiganders or whatever.
Why? Could it be that every scientist was saying we needed a social distance, wear masks, and shut down all non-essential travel?
I'm pretty sure the general surgeon said not to wear a mask.
Dr. Fauci was not the Surgeon General.
Yeah.
And by this time, the scientists and the doctors had recommended that we shut down our government. that we shut down the country.
Why wasn't there a protest in Texas, a red state?
That has nothing to do with this particular situation.
Well, it does, because
you know why?
Texas was shut down.
You know why? Because it wasn't Texas that freaking kidnapped or tried to kidnap this woman.
Yeah.
It was in Michigan. So how about we stick to the topic?
No, I'm just saying that this is not some regular hoity-toity. This is a very big and I don't know the word, but it's a very big lockdown, and this is what's happening in red states. This is happening in Virginia. This is happening in Michigan, and so
there have been other kidnap plots that have been revealed since this one. So what are you talking about?
In red states?
So you wait. So are you saying that she deserved this type of
No.
Listen very close to my question. This type of reaction. She deserved this type of reaction because she went too far in the lockdown, in your estimation.
No, she didn't. No, maybe a couple letters to her desk, but not this.
Well, these dudes showed up with rifles,
but again,
and calling for her death. And Trump, in response to that, said that they were very good people who were just mad. And don't you find it curious that when white people are acting irrationally because they cannot buy lettuce seeds, that he's able to look past all their psychosis and say, hey, they're just mad. Kind of deal with them. But he can't do that for black people who have seen their children, their men, and their women slaughtered in the streets without indictments. He can't look past the anger and say, you know what, that Colin Kaepernick, he's got a point. He's a good dude. He's mad. We need to come to the table and make a deal. How come your man can do that in this situation when somebody's trying to protect the lives of people, but he can't see it in the situation when people are dead in the street? Isn't that strange to you?
It is very strange.
Yeah, very strange. And he means it, because this dude is a Trump supporter and he really doesn't believe that Trump is racist at all.
I mean...
Unbelievable. You Trump apologists amaze me. You amaze me. You honestly believe that this type of action was warranted because they could not go get seeds. I just
said she should have got a couple letters to her desk. I mean, she shouldn't have been kidnapped and tried by some random person.
Okay. And then Trump sees all of the stuff that you just saw, and he said they're very good people, and that Whitmer needs to make a deal with them. So now if you are the crazy psycho, I'm going to play this again. Death to the New World Order and all who protect them. So you fire up your Twitter as one of these psychotic crazy people, and you see that your president says...
These are very good people, but they are angry, he tweeted. They want their lives back again. See them, talk to them, make a deal.
Does that empower you to be more crazy and psychotic? Or does it make you say, you know what, he's my leader and he's telling me to stand down? What would that make you feel?
I feel like I was supported by my leader. That's
right.
What I feel like.
So if you were a crazy, wild-eyed, hard-right militia fanatic, calling for the death of this woman, and then your president gets on Twitter with his, 50 million followers and says, you're a good person, and what you just did should force the governor to make a deal with you. I thought it was the American tradition that we don't make deals with terrorists. I thought that was the deal. But these people are going in there obviously to terrorize these people. Dorian, why did they show up? Why did they show up with automatic weapons? Why?
I mean, they're trying to get their point across. I mean,
what point were they trying to get across?
They want their freedom.
What point did they try to get across? Because you know what happens? You went to a Black Lives Matter rally a couple years ago.
I did, yes.
Maine is a constitutional carry state.
Yes.
Did any of those BLM marchers have weapons on them?
No.
So you can make your point of protest without a weapon. Isn't that true?
Yeah, but they want to emphasize that you can also get out signs.
What
you don't need signs.
Is the point of a gun? What is the point of a rifle?
Oh, I see what you're getting at.
What message were they communicating?
Oh, they're going to get their way, George Washington style.
We're going to kill it. Correct. So then you fire up Twitter, and instead of your president saying, you guys are good people, because you don't have to say you guys are wild-eyed militia fanatics, because he knows it's his voting base. Instead of saying, you guys are good people, but the weapons thing is way too far, that is not the way forward. If you carry a weapon like that, I am not with you in any way, shape, or form. Stand down with that bullshit. yell, protest, say whatever you want, but all this bullshit about threatening to kill people who are part of some supposed New World Order, and all the bullshit about you trying to intimidate people and try to use aesthetics that communicate that you're going to be part of some second revolution, that is off the table. We do not support that. We repudiate that. Why couldn't he do that? Instead,
they'd be pissed off.
They would be pissed off.
And they would probably not support him anymore.
Correct.
I mean, the right wing. You said it yourself. The right wing is a very gun, loving. I mean, even if you like gun control, I still am very fond of the fact of guns in the country. And then you say that some card-carrying Democrat was like not going to vote for Pete Buttigieg because he talked about they're taking their assault weapons, and so this would have been a massive hit to his voting base.
This is no. This is not him saying you can't have a weapon. This would be him saying protesting in this context with a weapon is off the table. I don't support it.
And then it would have said you don't support our First Amendment rights.
No.
Well,
because there's a long tradition of American protests without using guns. But either way, this is a failure in leadership on his part. He affirmed these people, he said they were good people, and he actually told the governor to reward their psychotic behavior with a deal, therefore encouraging more psychotic behavior. He did nothing to stymie the tide of these radical, white, right-wing psychopaths. Not a single thing.
Yes. And that's partly due because he's at war with these Democratic governors.
I don't care.
I don't care. No, I'm not such a fan. I'm saying this is part of the reason why. Because over and over again, that's what these Democratic governors, and he hates them. So I don't really see him.
I don't give a damn what his reasonings were, DL.
Okay.
The point is, he is responsible for encouraging them. This was far back as May. He encouraged these people. So now, when the thing comes to fruition, and then even after the thing comes out, he is still throwing this woman under the bus, still letting thousands of people chant the exact same slogan as the psychopath on this video still, and he still is not communicating, hey, this isn't right what happened to her, and then he diminishes the threat that happened to her as if it's like a debatable thing. And you're saying he's only a 3 out of 10 as far as responsibility goes?
Yes, I mean, these people you just said they're psychopaths.
Right, so when you have influence over psychopaths, who has more influence over these psychopathic white people? Donald Trump or Barack Obama?
Trump.
Okay, did he use his influence to increase or decrease, escalate or de-escalate the situation?
He used it to escalate it.
And you're saying that only warrants a 3. The most powerful human being on the planet, who is also the most influential human being on the planet, with access to media platforms like Twitter, etc., where he's got 50 million plus followers. You're saying that he's only a 3 in responsibility here.
Yeah, because these people were already going to do this. They're already upset. Adam Fox
No, they were not.
Yeah, they were.
You know how I know they were not?
You know how I know they were? Because Adam Fox was playing this since summer. He was playing this since the summertime. He had that rally in October.
How many of these militia groups were planning to kidnap people during the Obama administration? How many news articles like this came out?
There was no pandemic like this in the Obama administration.
There were a lot of things people didn't like. Don't you remember the Tea Party? The Tea Party was pretty crazy, and they were using all this. That's when the whole "Don't Tread on Me" flag came back into vogue. Was during the Tea Party the situation. So these dudes weren't planning on. I mean, you had a black president. I'm sure they didn't like that. What? But for some reason, these militias, none of them are racist at all.
Oh.
I cannot wait. Oh, you're so nice. I love you so much, DL. DL, how comes you didn't see this during the Clinton administration?
The Clinton administration? I was alive during the Clinton administration. So
I was alive. Now, you did have crazy right-wing militias, but not a single one of them were trying to kidnap and coming up with plans to snatch and grab governors of America. How come it didn't happen during Bush 1 or Bush 2?
I wasn't alive. I don't know.
How come it didn't happen during the Obama administration?
I don't know if that's actually
How come it didn't happen during the Obama administration?
Obama administration?
Yeah,
because
you were alive then.
Yeah, but did some governor do something as crazy as this during the Obama administration?
What are you, again, the Tea Party.
Okay.
They were burning, the Tea Party was a far-right group. It was like, you know, we talk about the alt-right today, it was like the proto-alt-right.
Oh,
These people, they had the "Don't Tread on Me" flag, blah, we're libertarian, yada, yada, yada. And they basically, but see, the Tea Party was a lot more intelligent than these folks. Because the Tea Party was able to basically blackmail Republicans into doing their bidding, politically speaking. They converted that into actual power. But none of them came up with these stupid ideas. Do you know why? Because they perceived the Obama administration to be hostile to their ideals and their goals. But these people do not perceive Trump to be hostile to their ideals and their goals. In Trump, they see an ally. Now let me ask you a question. Is there anything in Trump's messaging from May to the current day that would give a militia member any idea that Trump would be hostile to their goals and aims?
No. He's obviously and blatantly siding with them. Okay.
And you're saying that he bears no culpability for presenting that type of scenario to them. He's got no culpability.
At 3.5. He's another person. It's very hard for him.
He is not another person. He's the president. He is the president. He's not another person. No, what are you talking about?
Another person, as in he wasn't in that room plotting to kidnap.
Do you know what influence means? Like, do you know what influence means at all?
Influence holds a limited culpability.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna have to agree.
That's where my argument lies.
Yeah, we're gonna have to agree to disagree. Let the audience decide.
I'm not gonna let your fanboys decide without who.
What do you mean my fanboys? Most of the people. Have you ever looked at the Middle America comment section? They're not my fanboys.
Not really.
No, I don't have any fanboys in Middle America.
Okay, well, yeah, you the audience decide.
Yeah, you the audience.
Come through for me, Leah.
Well, Leah doesn't come. Love your neighbor.
Go for Trump.
He's supposed to say take care of each other, but he doesn't. Obviously, if you support Trump, you don't
Trump and take care of each other.
Middle America.
We are the media.
Till next time, guys.